I didn't have money to pay the college fees. The admission fees money was not there. My mom had to keep her gold in Muthoot Finance. So I bought the domain rareplanet.in, created the website. I was a computer science engineering student after all. Sadly, those 6 months nothing worked. Remember I was telling you that we started with a small rack in a bookstore? Yes, 2018 we had our own bookstore. April, zero revenue. Never in my life I saw a day whereas a whole month we had zero revenue. Remember the kullad I started with? Tatas did Desh Ka Chai, Desh Ka Kullad. 15th August, 27 states, 82 newspapers, front page. The hero was our kullad. Our website, which we never spent a single penny on, got 5 lakh orders in just one day. In the month of August, we're opening our first store in Dubai. I still remember it was 2014 and it was in the middle of my semesters when I started painting on terracotta kullads. You see those kullars in which you get chai in the northern part of the country? I used to paint on those kullars. Hello, I am Ranodeep Saha, founder Rare Planet. You might have seen us at different malls or airports, but there's a very interesting story behind this brand. 6 years ago, I was in my first year of engineering college. Never had a clue about entrepreneurship. I was from a very ordinary household where my parents have always taught me or have always implemented you should become an engineer in life or a doctor. And like following the rat race, I went on to this engineering college to become an engineer in computer science. I was told that becoming computer science engineer would give us a nice life, easy life, you see, IT jobs where you sit in an AC cabin and work. I don't know what happened to me in the first year. I started painting on the kullads. See, my family went through a huge depression moment when I was in class 10, 11. We ran out of money. I didn't have money to pay the college fees. The admission fees money was not there. My mom had to keep her gold in Muthoot Finance or those NBFCs to get the money to give my admission fee, even though my college was a government college. So you understand? So I felt, why don't I start painting on these kullads? And I started painting on that kullad. I remember the first day I went to a school fest to sell these kullads. Those 3 rupee kullad I had painted and I was selling it for 300 rupees. That first day in a school fest, I sold 150 of these kullads for 300 rupees each. And with that money, I was like, what? If I can sell a 3 rupee kullad by just painting on it for 300 rupees, let me create a website. 2014-15, the time when Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, Jabong, there were multiple other sites. And I was like, let's create Rare Planet. So I bought the domain rareplanet.in, created the website. I was a computer science engineering student after all. Sadly, those 6 months nothing worked. And what worked for me was that I realized that how important the artisans of our country are. I went on to different villages, worked with these artisans, tried to create new products, tried to understand the problem of these artisans. I remember it was 2016 when I got my first break. I just got one small rack at one of the bookstores in Park Street where I started selling my products. You know, we didn't have money to afford to keep a person to sell our products at that bookstore. Me and my dad used to go there because the bookstore was 7 days a week. So 5 days I used to stand and 2 days my dad used to stand. We got the bookstore during the time of Durga Puja. So, and in Bengal during Durga Puja we have a long vacation in colleges. So in the first month itself, we did 1.5 lakhs in revenue. You see, bingo. And we realized, boss, if just from one rack in one bookstore, we could make 1.5 lakhs, why don't we start it with other bookstores? But I was a first year student. And no one gives a chance to a student in a college. You have to prove yourself. But maybe Almighty was seeing from above the efforts, the hard work that not only me, but the artisans who were with me were putting in. 2016 was very difficult. 2017, we were at 40 odd bookstores across the country. I remember going to Bombay and taking coolers in bags and going to different stores of Crossword in local train just to deliver the product. From there, 2018, we were in different airports with W.H. Smith. You know, what started with just a 25,000 ka order with UK's largest travel retailer, today whatever you buy at a W.H. Smith store in terms of handicrafts or souvenirs, 85% of those are sold by Rare Planet. 2018 is the time when I graduated from college. 2018 is that year when I started my own bookstore. Remember I was telling you that we started with a small rack in a bookstore? Yes, 2018 we had our own bookstore. 2018 end, I realized that if I have to grow the business, I need equity funding. I need venture capitalists to come in and invest in the business. 2019, we raised our first equity round. 2019, I realized one more important thing. It was, without a co-founder, I can't grow my empire. 2019, I got Vijay, who's double of my age as my co-founder in the company. 2019 end, 2020 starting, we were at 150 plus locations across the country. Any airport you travel to, whether it was W.H. Smith, Relay, Shoppers Stop, Crossword, Starmark, we were there all throughout. 23rd March, my friends, lockdown was announced and I went crazy. You understand, 150 plus locations, 10,000 plus karigars, on payrolls, 102 people. What will we do? Suddenly overnight airports got closed, malls got closed, zero business. I still remember April, zero revenue. Never in my life I saw a day whereas a whole month we had zero revenue. I can't remember sleeping a single day. I used to sleep at 4:30 at night in April. And at the same time, Maqbool Bhai, who takes care of our Muradabad unit. So we have 18 units across the country where these 10,000 karigars work. Maqbool Bhai's son, Iqbal, was very sick. He had typhoid and Maqbool Bhai didn't have money. And it was not the case of Maqbool Bhai, but was of all 10,000 karigars who were working with us. Because we didn't have work to give to them, thus no payment. But we stood behind Maqbool Bhai, got his son into hospital and got him well. At that moment, as an organization, we realized that yes, we have to come into a new kind of a business, and we started Rare Planet Essentials. We got our workforce, started creating masks of different kinds, and we started with rareplanet.in, that online site back in 2014-15, which didn't work. We reworked. I started learning digital marketing. It always starts with the founder. You have to take the first step and then people in your organization will follow you. We made a small team and we all started learning digital marketing. You know, in the middle of the pandemic, in the month of May, while even unlock was not happening, we hired people and we created our digital front. Our Rare Planet Essentials became a bestseller on Flipkart, one of the top rated products on Amazon. And on 25th May, when airports reopened, each and every airport had our masks and essential kits. That was the impact we created. We got all our 10,000 karigars back to work again. Very interestingly, in the month of July, Tatas came to us searching for kullers. 15th August, India saw its biggest kullar campaign. Remember the kullar I started with? Tatas did Desh Ka Chai, Desh Ka Kullar. 15th August, 27 states, 82 newspapers, front page. The hero was our kullar. From Shabana Azmi to Sonu Sood to Mansi Chillar, Rajkumar Rao, everyone was endorsing our kullars on social media. And that too for 0 penny. Why you know guys? Because of the impact we create to our family of those 10,000 karigars. And we went viral. Our website, which we never spent a single penny on, got 5 lakh orders in just one day. Our digital business flew off. And that day we realized that is the power of will. We didn't sit idle for a single day in the pandemic. We were re-innovating ourselves. This whole pandemic acted as a reset button. You see, when I started, I had no money. I used to go in trains in Bombay to deliver the products. I myself had to carry products on my head in Howrah station. I remember when we started the Durgapur store back in 2018, I used to carry products from Calcutta to Durgapur. And there were certain products which had to be carried. So I used to get these green big bags in which I used to put the products. And in Howrah station, I used to put the bag on my head and used to go to the train just to save a bit of money. Amidst the pandemic, we did another funding round. Investors from across the globe came across and put money into our venture again. You know, when the unlock happened, we had a couple of store openings planned before the pandemic. And we had no clue when should we do it. In Jan, we did our first store launch in Calcutta airport. In Feb, we did it with Varanasi. In March, we did it with Bangalore and Goa. You know, before pandemic, my dreams were very small. I used to think I'll start one store in an airport every year. I'll start with Calcutta, the next year I'll start with Goa. In the span of 4 months, we had these 4 stores. You know, in the month of August, we're opening our first store in Dubai. In the month of October, our first store in US. And our digital sales, trust me man, we have like a separate warehouse in Gurgaon which just looks into the digital business. But how did all this happen? All this happened because of the team, because of the effort we had put in. You see, I was a basic engineering student with 0 money. If I can reach here, why can't you? It was just our willpower to create something, to create the difference. And it happened. You see, if you want to do something, the universe will help you achieve it. And my last notes only be one thing. Just be honest. Be honest to what you are doing. Be honest with your intent. अगर आप खून भी बेच रहे हो ना, आप खून बेचो, बट आपका जो नियत है ना, वो साफ होना चाहिए. So always keep your niyat saaf and keep doing the hard work you are doing. Rest, the universe is there to support you. Thank you so much.